Hello, my friends. I've been encouraged to post these data mining videos online. So I'm gonna be talking with you and not at you. And so it's just kind of like not pro, but let's see how it goes. All right, what we're looking at is the Vaccine Adverse Event Reporting System database. So this is produced by the CDC. And the main topic here is a primary concern we have with the database itself. Not in particular with vaccine reactions, effectiveness, absolute risk reduction, or anything like that. Just the vaccine. And what we're doing is we're taking the database from Vaers. We're taking basically 2021, all of 2021 to 2022. And we are just going to be looking at nothing more than the COVID-19. And even though I did do a brief segue into monkeypox vaccines. We probably don't have time to cover that right off the bat, but if you want me to, I will. But right now, I'm only going to focus on the COVID-19 vaccine. So here's all of our databases right here. For example, those that may be familiar with Python. And so this is my concern. Now, looking at the database, there is a column that you'll find called recovered. All right, here's recovered. And all you see is basically Y's, U's, N's, and so on and so forth. And so what we did is we dropped all the duplicates because the database, some individuals have so many symptoms or the medical practitioner doesn't know how to do the reporting properly. So I put all diagnostic tests in the symptom columns, meaning one person can end up taking 5, 10, I've seen as many as 25 reports. So I have all the same Vaers IDs, but it'll look like 25 different people. But it's one person who has so many symptoms or tests that they're taking up 25 different reports. So that's a long story short. So remove all the duplicates. All right, so here we go. But you see this recovery thing. Now, why is that disconcerting to me? Is because there are a tremendous number of N's and U's. And using the Vaers data use guide, what do we have here? Y is yes, they're recovered. N, no. U, unknown. Now, it's not for me to speculate why the database is not being kept up to par or potentially why the CDC is not going back in and making notes in reference to these recoveries. Now, here comes the mind-blowing part. Again, this is just the data itself. Why it is the way it is, I am not going to speculate. All I'm going to show you is basically the problem that I am seeing, and maybe there's someone out there much better and smarter than I that can explain the confounding to me or to us all. As a favor, I have no ego in the game whatsoever. This is just basically data analytics and data mining. So here we go. So here's our COVID-19. This is 2022, for example. These are all the adverse events being reported just in the 2022 range. And I was breaking that up because I was trying to figure out the monkeypox name of the vaccine. And this is the monkeypox vaccine for those other data analytics that want to know. The genos, whatever it's called. All right, but here it goes. Don't take the AdCam 2000. That's a live vaccine for monkeypox, and then you can't be around anybody for a few weeks. So these are the symptoms, for example, that you'd see. And this is monkeypox. But I digress. We are doing COVID-19. As we scroll down. All right, scrolling, other data stuff. Now check this out. Here we go. All right, what do you see? N, Y, U. Not talking about any educational institution. This is, again, all of 2021, all of 20, not all of 2022, 2022 up to, what was the database? Up to August 5th, actually, and last updated August 12th. So pretty recent. And so we look at it, here's the problem. Can you see it? What do you think? What do you see? No, not recovered. Why has it not been updated? Why did they just let these things linger without investigation? I know there's been a lot of looking into the database, and they do the little null hypothesis, checking for background rates of certain things like myocarditis, and they really run pretty abysmal studies. But not to bemoan anybody, that a lot of medical doctors, wonderful, brilliant people, much smarter than me, uh, sometimes don't conduct studies in the proper fashion. But here we go. Da, 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 da. And you see why. So yes, recovered. N, no recovered. U, unknown. Now keep in mind, the CDC will send out questionnaires to individuals that may have had an adverse event. And so this can basically involve people not returning the mailers or whatever it is. But I am not to criticize or hypothesize. All I want to do is look at it in a Boolean light. And these are the issues which I am most concerned about. Now, to validate, someone may say, well, how about if they went back and since you're taking what I'm doing is, if you notice the data I'm taking, just give you an idea real fast. All right, let's see. In order to eliminate the duplicates, I'm taking the first Vaers ID. And of course, let's say they filled out 5 reports and the CDC went back in and they made the adjustment later on. Maybe they fixed it and just didn't show on the first report. Well, in order to basically take that into effect, let's just do it right here. Control F. And so I'll just take last. Nope, take first. Sorry, first. And let's go down here real fast because this is what we'll be paying attention to. All right, and we are going to replace it with last in all of our code. All right, replace all. All right, and so what you'll do is you'll see all of a sudden, like for example, up here, now you see last. You see right there? All right, now we are going to run our code and look at this real fast. Did the numbers change? Is the CDC actually updating these reports? Here we go. And I've got 7 minutes and 8 seconds so far, so not much time. This takes up too much time. I'll speed it up. And let's see. There we go. I'll close out this, like, for example, maybe the Control F takes up time. Now what it's doing, it's pulling the databases. It's reading the database. And you can see the length of each database. That includes the duplicates, so on and so forth. And if we remember those numbers, did it change much? Yeah, I'm like waiting suspense too because I'm hoping the computer doesn't freeze. And there it is. No, that's last. So we're reading last Vaers ID and coming up with the exact same result. So basically no one is going in and replacing it. That is my concern. And as a bonus, because we have a few minutes left, just to basically show you, what do we have as far as one of the top reactions the vaccine adverse reporting system for 2022 for COVID-19. You may find this intriguing. Right off the bat, expired product administered, product storage error, and so on and so forth. So one of the top reactions, and again, diverge from the recovered aspect, since we only have a few minutes left, expired product and storage errors. It makes you question sometimes the push to get certain individuals inoculated. But the main, I do regress. I just wanted to show you that as a interesting side note. That's only 2022, all right? But I regress. So the main thing is the recovery rates in reference to the database, a lot of no's, a good number of y's, and a lot of uncertains. Maybe a lot of data analysts out there. I know there are far better than me to possibly explain the confounding, if it's being updated or not. And again, for those not familiar, this is the Vaccine Adverse Report System in the United States, the CDC itself. And that is an intriguing thing to look at. Ralph signing off. Hope you find this of interest. And I can do more later on if you like. Just let me know. There's tons of interesting stuff I know, and I could talk all day. But otherwise, I'll catch you all a little bit later on. See you then. Bye.